What I'm going to talk about today is tempo run. Okay, so first of all, what is a tempo run? First of all, you have to go get your lactate threshold tested. You have to get your VO2 max tested. That's the scientific approach to it, and a lot of people aren't going to do that. So how can you actually do a tempo run without getting tested? Sometimes I explain it like, let's say if you're doing a 10k race, then you do 10k pace for half the distance, so 5k. Or if you're doing marathon paced runs, do half that distance, so 13 miles. That's one way of doing it. It's very wishy-washy. Another one is, let's say your 5k pace and then 20 to 30 seconds slower than 5k pace. So what is an actual tempo run? A tempo run is the amount that your body can actually get rid of lactate before going into lactic acid. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Now a lot of people end up just going out the door and going, oh, I basically ended up doing a tempo run. So who actually benefits from a tempo run? People, scientifically, people that run or race above 15 kilometers and above benefit hugely from tempo runs. What I would suggest doing is, like, you should be able to hold a tempo pace for 20 minutes or longer. It should feel comfortably hard, if that kind of makes sense. You should feel that you're working but you're not going into the red zone. But let's say you're training for a 10k, because marathon season is nearly over. So let's say you're training for 10ks. I would suggest going out and doing something like 20 to 25 minutes, starting off at 20 to 25 minutes, and doing something like your 10k pace, but then running about 20 seconds slower than 10k pace. So it's not an easy run, it's not a session, it's somewhere in between where you're kind of going at a good effort but not killing yourself. If you're someone who loves doing heart rate based stuff, then I would suggest doing something like 75 to 85% in that range of your max heart rate. So find out your max heart rate, then find out 75 to 85% of that. What are the benefits of it? There's mental toughness, which means, like, let's say you're constantly going at a good effort for 20 to 30 minutes. When you finish, it's like a really long interval basically. It also helps your body adapt to how to function just below when lactic acid is produced. So you're running at that level, so let's say this is lactic acid territory and you're just right here, and as you get fitter you're going to be able to bump up that level and bump up where your tempo run should actually be. Don't go out the door and when you get into your stride think, oh, I feel good, and look at your watch and think, geez, a PB might be on today. That's not what you should be doing. You should be keeping it controlled. You should do a warm up, then go into it. Take away points. Don't go too hard, then it's not a tempo run. Don't go too long, because then it's not a tempo run. You're nearly doing, you're kind of going into nearly race pace stuff, or a bad race. And it's a rough guide. It's not set in stone unless you get tested. So yeah, that's pretty much all what tempo running is. That's all from 2 Minute Tuesday. If there's anything you want me to cover, then comment below. And here's a little tip for you. If you leave mushrooms on a windowsill before you cook them, the vitamin D content increases. So put your mushrooms on the windowsill, then cook them. Alright, 2 Minute Tuesday done and dusted, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and share. Goodbye.